guys, welcome back to this place, and if you are new, welcome here for the very first time. I'm Carmen, and today we are watching season 1, episode 5 of The Leftovers, and I'm really excited because the last few episodes leading up to this have been really interesting. I think that the conversation around religion and faith and what people believe and how that drives and motivates them to choose the paths that they end up on is really interesting. I have found myself asking a lot of, I think, really deep and interesting, I said interesting too many times, questions throughout the first 4 episodes, and so I'm excited to see how that maybe evolves and changes as we continue. In the last episode, we were on the hunt for a doll of baby Jesus, so I can only imagine what this episode will bring. So without any further rambling by me, let's just get into it and find out. What? Why are we having a staring contest? Let us smoke. I mean, no one's stopping you. That's vandalism, is it not? You can't just paint places. Oh, wow. They're not even gonna help? That's an old man! What the fuck? Are we gonna get your story, ma'am? Oh! What the fuck? Alright, I don't agree with anyone hurting people. This is fucked up. What's happening? The fact that there's no background music and you just hear, like, the struggle is actually really, I don't know, disturbing. She's not gonna talk to you. Oh no! Are they throwing rocks? Oh my god! That's really fucked up. Oh my god, you're gonna kill her! These people are evil. That's pure evil. Please don't. Oh, she talked. Don't. Please. I don't think they're gonna stop. I'm really scared. Please stop. Don't. They're not gonna stop. I fucking knew it. That's evil. That's evil. That's evil. That's evil. I'm sorry. Do they find out about their friend? Oh.
Where's everyone going?
Oh. Why can't she come? Let her. You might need somebody to talk to people. There you go. Oh, they're gonna try to find her. God, I hope that she's not dead. A lot of flashlights. Oh god. I'm scared of what they're gonna find. I'm scared she might already be dead. Oh. Oh. That would be like, what the fuck? Where is she? Is she over there? Is that where the dogs were going because they smelled the blood? Is she dead? I feel like it's a high possibility. She's gonna ask for help. She's gonna ask for help. Good on you, Patty. She looks upset. I mean, of course she would be. One of ours was murdered. Is that what I said? Hopefully they did not move the body, because he needs to go to the scene of the murder and then get evidence and shit, you know?
They weren't just gonna leave us alone, right? It was only a matter of time.
Girl, that's a real... I mean, I wouldn't say it was
guess
only
I
a
should
matter
be
of
scared,
time.
But I'm not.
Why? I
Is
would
that
be.
weird?
Yes. A little bit. A little bit. I'm gonna be honest.
I just hope she didn't have to suffer too much. Are you okay? Oh God.
Oh, she's about to have a panic attack.
Sorry, it's okay. Sorry. Oh God.
I mean, I think that's a normal reaction to seeing someone's dead body, honestly.
She lived with you for a year. You got no emergency contact, nobody?
They leave everything behind. Of course they don't.
No family, Well, I guess she just grew on a tree.
You get statements from everyone in their search party?
Yes, sir. Mike's at the biggie getting yellow pads in bulk.
I need you off the streets.
For your own safety.
I know. Yeah, tell me to fuck off. I get it.
Oh. She wants to protect her people, too. She's scared.
Oh, shit. Hey, careful, goddammit!
It's disgusting that they're laughing, honestly. I get you might become desensitized, but that's when you need to quit that job. Can she write back when she's driving? I think she's dancing. I wonder if the attack was caused because they took all the pictures.
You need anything from me?
Curfew. Nobody out past dark.
I'll call a council meeting for tomorrow. Can you be there to make your case?
I just made my case.
It's a formality, Kevin.
Yeah, but just make it in front of the council again.
I trust you, but this is a fucking mess. Lots of eyes on us. You won't be influenced by your family situation.
No, I won't.
I feel like he has only been influenced by his family situation, so not really sure we can believe that. But hopefully in this case, it would be to help the GR because his wife is a member.
You got it? Yeah. Amanda. Amanda, stop staring. You too.
I mean, I get why people, like, they are very overbearing with their message. It's not like they're like, you can join us or not. They kind of stalk people. I can get why people would be upset by that. I can get how... Wait, why'd she take her to a fucking hotel? I'll be right next door. Get some sleep. It's just because she had the panic attack. She's trying to take care of her, like pamper her a bit, maybe.
One of them got killed, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm not allowed to discuss ongoing investigations.
Don't investigate too hard.
See, that's such a fucked up mindset. Like, look, I get that you don't like them, and I get why, but they're still fucking people.
Mr. Garvey, we heard that the woman who got killed got dragged behind a truck and, like, crucified. Is that true?
Mm-mm.
It's not gonna tell you.
No, Amy, it's not true.
See?
What a relief.
She was still murdered, just not in that way. Those aren't all white. Is she kicking her out? Or why are they not wearing white? They're blending in. Nice. She's talking?
Hungry? I got all day breakfast here.
What are we doing? Did we go to the next town over to pretend we're not in a cult? Like, I'm confused.
How long has it been since you've spoken, Lori? About 7 months? 8.
8.
Right.
Okay.
Well, Lori, you are overdue for a day off.
They take days off? You could just take a day off for being in a cult?
Just for the day. Say anything you want to. Hey, I'm doing it too, right?
I don't know. It feels like it could be a trap.
Hey, Officer Mustard Stain. Dropping off for what?
Officer Mustard Stain?
Yeah, sure. You have a ticket?
Just check the computer, son of Garvey.
He just doesn't know where his shirts are.
I'm missing my white shirts. Could you just check again?
छोटू, एक शर्ट ढूंढने का नाटक कर.
अरे इनका मुंह देखो. कहाँ है मेरे चिरकुट का?
Sorry, no shirts, huh? You didn't even look. I looked on computer. Unless you have ticket.
I don't have a ticket.
If they turn up, we'll call you. Mr. Extra Starch, dropping off or what?
Extra
Don't
starch.
give up.
Oh.
They
Oh.
want you to surrender so they can sell your shirts on the black market. Stay strong. Oh, you know what they say.
It's cute.
See you later, Nora.
They're cute. And I ship it. And I don't care.
Where were you 2 nights ago?
So we're questioning him.
Well,
Someone was murdered.
according to the hospital, you had a rock thrown at you a couple months ago.
Okay, so
One
it's
aimed
been
at the GR.
so it's been months.
Then they repaid your generosity by buying up your church out from under you. They painted it white.
You think I had something to do with what happened to that woman?
Well, you did bash a man's head into the concrete or asphalt or whatever. Do they not know about that? I'm just... How did he get away with it? I don't understand.
The woman, did she have any family?
Why?
He wants to pray.
Do you think I could see her?
I don't know that you would want to. He wants to
You
pray.
do realize
for
you're
her?
a suspect, man.
Obviously, but once I'm not, I like to pray for her.
Why do you say, well, obviously? Imagine the cops are like, you're a suspect in this murder, and you're like, well, duh. Sorry.
I'm sure you're all aware that a violent hate crime occurred a couple nights ago to a member of the Guilty Remnant. While we conduct our investigation, I thought it would be in the best interest of the town if people remained in their homes after 8 p.m.
Well, I work nights.
Well, I'm sure
Okay,
we
well,
can make exceptions
obvious,
if you
yeah.
have to get to a job.
So we have to change our lives because of them?
Man, where are you going after 8 p.m.? You look like a housewife. Sorry, I'm being rude.
It just doesn't seem fair.
God, the way he
Us
always has
being locked
tobacco
up
or something in
inside
his
our
mouth
houses, we
drives me
didn't do
crazy.
anything wrong.
It's to protect you. People are dumb. People are dumb.
You don't even live here.
Well, sure I do. And when I moved here, hell, it seemed like a nice place.
Oh, are you fucking serious?
Okay.
Honestly.
For the record, I fully support Chief Garvey.
Thank you.
All in favor of imposing an emergency townwide curfew to start at 8 p.m., effective this evening.
Dumb, 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 dumb.
All opposed.
See. Oh, this infuriates me. This infuriates me because people will always vote against their own self-interest because people are dumb, okay? I'll talk about it afterwards, but just like people... Okay, no. You know what? I'll talk about it afterwards.
It's just been made clear to me that it's officially open season on you people. Now, the ideal thing would be for you all to stay off the streets, but we all know that's not going to happen, is it? Whistles. Keep these on you at all times. Use them.
Paint them white if you need.
No one understands whatever it is you believe in. They don't give a shit, as long as you leave them alone. But if you keep following people around, buying up their homes, painting everything white, breaking into their houses, they will retaliate.
So they know they broke in and stole the pictures.
Any questions?
Okay.
I'll take them in writing.
Y'all gotta protect yourselves too. Why are people so dumb?
Where's Lori?
I don't know.
she okay?
I don't know.
I'm the only person that gives a shit about you people, and you won't even tell me where my wife is?
She's not your wife anymore.
I mean, that's true, but still, he is the only one trying to protect y'all.
I brought her here, too.
Oh.
I don't know how, but she somehow got word that her son had died.
Oh.
Did she ever tell you she had a son?
She didn't really talk.
His helicopter just crashed, or some such.
Oh, was it on the 14th?
She questioned her commitment. She became distracted. And she began to feel again. And there was a lot of moping and crying around the house. And then it started to happen out in the open.
So this is what she had the panic attack in front of other people, which could cause them to feel.
I gave her every opportunity to talk. She never spoke one word. Never broke. Just like you.
Is that a fucking test?
I understand the pull.
The pull of what? Being human? Giving a shit?
I understand that going back to them feels comfortable and easy because the alternative, what we do, is very, very hard.
What do you do? What do you do? What do you believe? I don't understand.
But there can't be any doubt, Lori. Because doubt is fire.
Mm-hmm.
Fire is gonna burn you up until you are but ash.
I am no closer to understanding these people than I was before, I feel.
Can I be excused, please?
Neil? Who the fuck is Neil?
Killing these people is pointless. They don't care because they're already dead. You know, what I want is to bring them back to life.
To make them choose to get out of the cult. Because they've already severed off all of the parts of them that are living, right? Family, caring, existing in the world, you know?
What happened to the DB-4 female?
Oh, we shipped her out.
Shipped her out where? Oh, FBI?
An email ordering us to send her out to Virginia.
Mm-hmm. Quantico?
Agent Kalani says you guys called him.
If you don't call me back within the hour, I will be in my car driving to D.C., or I will personally hit you fucking back. Understood? It's Kevin Garvey from Mapleton. Fuck!
It's Kevin Garvey from Mapleton.
I say fuck too.
Thank you. Thank you, Reverend.
Listen, you never should have gotten that call. One of my detectives jumped a gun, Vitello. He said he spoke to you.
Got it. Jesus, right. The stoning. Fuck. The victim was what? Tomorrow's family?
No, the Guilty Remnant.
Oh, those nuts. What's up with the chain smoking?
I would love to know.
That's automated. It gets sent to the local ME as soon as they put a tier 3 in the system.
Well, then send her back to me. Send the body back.
Yeah, wish I could. She's en route to our forensic processing center.
Well, what about forensics, evidence, or witness statements? You want me to?
You go ahead and hold on to all of that, okay? You should be hearing from one of our field guys soon.
And how long?
4 to 6 weeks.
How does that help?
We could just eliminate the infestation.
What the fuck does that
Excuse me?
mean?
We're gonna have 3 vans full of armed agents there by the end of the week.
For what?
Visit to whatever compound these fucks call home, and they get you the results you're looking for.
No. Look, I think that agree with them, but people are still allowed to care. Sorry.
And, Guilty Remnant, what happens?
People are allowed to choose their own path in life, even if we disagree with it, is what I'm trying to say.
They go away. They're not your problem anymore. Just say the word, and everything can go back to normal.
I appreciate that.
That's fucked up.
But no thanks. We can handle it.
Good.
Okay. Good luck with that, Chief.
I think that's just such a fucked up response. Like, do I agree with the Guilty Remnant? As far as I understand, no. But also, people should be allowed to choose what they believe and what they don't without being harassed by the fucking government for it. As long as they're not hurting people, you know? He should not be driving. He clearly is drunk. Oh my god. Do not attack the fucking laundromat guys.
Open the door. No, it's me, Officer Mustard Stain. Open the door. Hang up the phone and open this door right now. If you come back tomorrow, open the door. Open the motherfucking door right now.
I wouldn't open the door to you. I wouldn't. No. And come back with a fucking warrant. Why am I opening the door? To a drunk man pounding on my door.
What do you want? I want you to look for my shirts. And I would appreciate it if you fucking tried this time.
Yes. How many shirts?
8.
8. And what color?
All white.
Here we are. All white shirts, huh?
That's right.
Here we are.
He's just gonna find 8 shirts. He's just giving you random white shirts.
No charge, sir. Our mistake, okay?
No, he's scared. Kevin is spiraling. She's wearing white now.
Testing, 1, 2. Testing, 1, 2. Good evening. Hello. My name is Matt Jameson. I didn't know your friend very well. I don't even know if you considered her a friend.
Is it like a funeral?
I don't understand your faith, but I understand commitment. And I respect it. I know you cannot speak her name. I know you cannot say goodbye. But I ask you at least to let me.
I think it's really sweet, actually.
If any of you wants to, I invite you now to come out and join us.
Oh, she's gonna do it.
Foot slip. He who watches over.
Unless she's gonna like punch him or something, I don't know. Oh. Girl, you're not in danger from a person that's trying to actually help you. I guess that was like her choosing the path. I think it's sweet though, and I think it's kind of naive and foolish that they think that they can turn off the part of them that's human.
Mother and I are getting a divorce.
Oh shit.
Okay.
I'm glad he was honest with her. He's struggling. They're both struggling.
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault.
I love you, honey.
I love you too.
she could go cry, probably. He has fallen apart. Oh. It's sad. What does it mean? Oh, they're just gonna incinerate them? But that takes away all the evidence, right? How are they supposed to find out what happened? Like, who did it? They just don't care? Yeah, they just don't care. Nobody cares. It's just so fucked up. Like, they're still people. Like, do I vehemently disagree with what I know of their beliefs and philosophy? Yes. But they're still fucking people, you know? They're humans who, whether they want to admit it or not, have family and people who loved them. At least some people who still do. Alright, guys. So that episode was very hard to watch, I think. It was very sobering in a lot of ways. Very sad. Very much putting a microscope on people and how they feel about other people, and sort of showing how callous humans can be towards each other. And I think that that's honestly one of the hardest things to face as a person, is to see the ways in which some other people don't care about other people. And I think that when you are somebody who kind of tries their hardest to believe that everyone is good, fundamentally, that we're all, most people, I shouldn't say all, most people are fundamentally good. That's how I try to look at the world and life. And so I think that when you have these sorts of episodes and these sorts of moments that you confront in real life where that's not necessarily true, I think it's very hard to sort of grapple with and come to terms with, because it is so shocking and so disheartening to see the way that people are willing to treat other people. And I don't know, I said it throughout the episode, from what I understand of their philosophy and their actions that they take because of that philosophy, I think I vehemently disagree with the Guilty Remnant on just about everything. Again, to my understanding of what they believe, because I still don't really understand. It seems like I don't know where their core belief comes from. But it seems like they don't think anything matters. It's a very nihilistic, maybe, approach to the world and viewing things and people. There's no family. They chain smoke, which really can only lead to death eventually. They don't talk. They apparently shut off their emotions, stop caring about people, or at least try. Again, as a human, I don't really think that's actually possible to do, but they try. And to me, honestly, that signifies people that have been extremely hurt by the world and are trying to find any sort of way to escape that pain and that hurt that comes with existing in a world that isn't what you want it to be. And so I actually have a lot of pity, I guess, maybe understanding of why they would choose that path when you've been so hurt. Like Lori said in her letter in the last episode, right? She said that she was broken and maybe she was supposed to stay broken, which is hard because I also very much disagree with framing your life and yourself in the narrative of you should be hurt or like you don't deserve to fix yourself, right? It's staying in that pain and allowing yourself to wallow. But I understand that some people have a really hard time getting out of that. Anyway, what I was trying to say, I can talk about that in a bit. But I very much disagree with the Guilty Remnant and their sort of thoughts and philosophies. However, people should be allowed to believe how they want. I think, again, as long as it's not actively hurting other people, right? And do they kind of cross the line? Breaking into houses, stealing pictures, that's super fucked up. Also illegal. That I disagree with. That they should face legal repercussions for because they did break the law. However, as I don't think that it should be allowed to be open season on the Guilty Remnant just because we disagree with what they believe and how they choose to practice what they believe. Now, I also don't agree with the stalking. I think that that's taking it too far. I don't think an appropriate response to that is to tie somebody to a tree and stone them to death. So obviously there's a huge discrepancy there. I found it very frustrating and angering, as you guys saw in this episode, people's response to Gladys's murder because they didn't care. They didn't care. Like when they were trying to set the curfew, which also protects y'all, FYI, protects the townspeople because yes, do we think that this murder was a hate crime against the Guilty Remnant, as far as we know, but do we know who did it, what their true motivations were, and that they won't do it again to somebody else, maybe not in the Guilty Remnant? No. So the cops are asking you, the cops and the city are trying to ask you to have a curfew after 8 p.m. for not that long to try to protect you and protect other people. And the townspeople were mad about it. Like, I think it frustrates me to the level that it frustrates me because of the response to, and I'm just going to say it, and this might upset some people, but the response to COVID and when we had quarantine and lockdown in the very beginning, and people were not willing to do that. And having watched that firsthand, obviously these are very different situations, but having watched the callousness of my fellow humans in that situation and people not being willing to pause their lives for just a few weeks to try to save people's lives, I think I just have a lot less empathy for people who will not allow themselves to be slightly inconvenienced to help other people. And that's the truth, you know? I think we're all still recovering from people's response to COVID in the beginning and the callousness and the uncaring of our fellow humans and how difficult that was to watch, to see people that we thought were our friends not care. if us or people we loved were in danger because they wanted to get about their lives. And I honestly don't think that many of us have unpacked the trauma of watching so many people die and just realizing how callous our fellow humans can be. So obviously watching this moment, this small moment, which is similar to that, again, on a very different level, but to watch this moment in this episode post 2020, having experienced that as a society, I think it does affect the way that you view that, and it definitely affected it for me. Yeah, so it was just really hard, and it was really frustrating because I just give a shit about other people. How hard is it? How hard is it to give a shit about other people? It really shouldn't be that hard. In this episode, it was so frustrating to see people's just lack of empathy for other people. I'm not saying that people should understand the Guilty Remnant, that they should agree with them, that they should want for them to be there harassing people all the time. Obviously, I understand the anger and the frustration that people have with the Guilty Remnant. You've seen in the previous 4 episodes, I'm annoyed with them. They're creepy, they're overbearing, they're literally breaking the law. Like, they're very, very frustrating. They are a very, very frustrating organization. And I get that. I think that when someone is brutally murdered because of that, you should maybe get over how annoying they are and care that someone has been brutally murdered. Now, to be fair to these people, they didn't see it like we, the audience, saw it. But I don't know, I would just hope that they would care. I would hope that they would care. And I think that seeing at the end, the FBI's response is just to incinerate the bodies. Not that surprising. But to also see when Kevin does finally get a hold of them, and I'm pretty sure they called him Harvey instead of Garvey, the FBI agent, right? Because he just doesn't care. Maybe I mistook that, but I felt like it was just indicative of the fact that he doesn't give a shit. But when he's talking to him on the phone and he's like, yeah, we can just send in these FBI agents and they'll get rid of them for you. They'll take care of the problem. I don't know why I'm surprised by that, but it's just fucked up, you know? I think that cults can be incredibly dangerous to people. I want to be clear. Cults can be incredibly dangerous, incredibly damaging, incredibly harmful to people. Look at Wayne. Look at, you know, any cult in real life. Jim Jones and the People's Temple. There's so many more examples that I'm blanking on. Cults are very dangerous. Cults are very damaging. That is true. And I do see the Guilty Remnant as a cult because the core of their faith seems to be to separate people from their families. And if you know anything about cults, that is their number one goal, is to make you cut ties with everybody that you care about and everybody that, most importantly, cares about you, so that they can mold you into what they want without any outside interference, right? That's like cult 101 is get this person vulnerable and alone. Does the Guilty Remnant do that? 100%. They do. They isolate people from everyone who cares about them and everyone they care about. So, yes, I do think the Guilty Remnant is a harmful organization. However, I think that there is a fine line between... Sorry, I'm trying to figure out what I'm trying to say. I think there's a fine line between giving people freedom to express themselves and to believe in everything they want, and then also government interference in that. I don't know if that makes sense. Hopefully that made sense. I just think that two things can be true, right? The Guilty Remnant can be a harmful cult that is hurting the people that are in it, and the government should not be allowed to go in and just take care of them however they see fit. And random fucking individuals should not be able to kidnap and stone somebody to death that is in a cult and there not have any repercussions to that. I think that those things can be true, you know? And like I was talking about earlier, I think this episode really showed me that a lot of the people in the Guilty Remnant are just people who have been so deeply hurt by the world, by the people they love, by XYZ, you know, that they felt the need to try to shut that off. And I think that that is a very human response. It's actually so human, which is funny because that's the thing that they want to turn off, is the human part of them that cares and gives a shit. And the fact that they're joining this cult to try to do that is just so indicative that they are so human, you know? When humans are hurt, we turn to anything to try to numb that pain, right? That's how many addictions are born. That's how just a lot of struggle happens, because it's really fucking hard to be a person in the world. It's really hard. You will inevitably get hurt. You will face things that you do not think you are strong enough to handle. And the only way that you handle them is because you don't have a choice but to keep going. And, you know, it's just, it's hard. It's hard. And I think if you existed in the world and 2% of the entire population of the world disappeared, like somebody you know probably disappeared, and you just are sitting in this world trying to make sense of it, trying to understand it, trying to understand why you were left behind, probably dealing with survivor's guilt, probably trying to understand if you're faithful, like why God or whoever would do that. If you're not faithful, trying to understand how the fuck that could happen, and maybe reevaluating your faith, if you're faithful or not, based off of this traumatic shared experience with the rest of the fucking planet. Like, that's hard. That's a traumatic event. That's life-changing. That's life-altering. That's a lot. And so it makes total sense to me that people dealing with that could possibly turn to a cult to try to understand their place in the world and everything that's going on. And yeah, I feel like I'm just rambling, but I get it all, right? Like, I understand how if you have faith, this could make you 10 times more faithful, right? Because you have to lean into that. You have to try to understand it. Just like we talked about in the last episode with Matt, I think that he leans so hard into his faith because he has to believe that there is a reason that all of this shit has happened. And I can understand that. I can also understand people who abandon the faith when this happens, because I think that, and I think I talked about this in the last episode, but when a big traumatic event occurs in your life and you have faith, I think most people go one of two ways, right? You either are more solidified in your faith than ever, or you question it and possibly lose it. And then you might look to other things, like a cult, like a philosophy, like an idea of what's going on, to try to explain the world around you. And so I feel like I fully understand like all the paths that people take after something like that happens. And I think that the show is doing a really good job of showing us and explaining to us how these people could be mentally where they are right now. Like Kevin in this episode, which I forgot to even talk about. But Kevin he's teetering, right? He's not doing good because he does care about the Guilty Remnant, and he's one of the few. And he cares because his wife is a part of it. And then he's also trying to navigate caring and loving his wife with losing her and mourning the fact that she chose something else. And so he's just at his wit's end. He's turning to alcohol, it seems, to try to keep going. He's lashing out, like at the laundromat, which I fully think that they just gave him random shirts. I don't think those were his shirts. Maybe I'm wrong. I think that guy was scared, and he was like, how do I get this man out of my place of business? I don't know that he's going to be able to use that laundromat in the future. Yeah. And I mentioned this briefly during the episode. It makes me uncomfortable the way that they portray Amy and Mr. Garvey, right? Like, I think she has a crush on him. I think she could have taken the white shirts. I don't know. But it makes me uncomfortable. And then he had that dream about her in the one episode. And I think it's normal if you're a teenager to have a crush on your friend's dad. Like, I don't think that that's weird. I just hope that that's all it is. And that they never escalate it any further than that. Because it still kind of makes me a little bit uncomfortable. You know? I don't know. Let me know if I'm just reading too much into it and I've invented a situation that doesn't exist. Because that's entirely possible. Sorry, this is a long post-episode discussion, I feel. So I'm sorry if you guys have already checked out of it. But I also think it was really interesting to see a more human side to Patty in this episode. Because, as you guys have seen in the first 4 episodes, she annoys me to no end. But it was really cool to see another side of her, to see her care and to break down and to have doubts. I think that she also has doubts, which is why she was so willing to do what she did with Gladys and now with Lori, because I think she understands the attachments and caring. And again, I just think that the Guilty Remnant are people that have been very hurt and are trying to numb that pain in whatever way they can. And for them, they think that this will work. I would disagree, but I get it. It's actually the most human part about them. But yeah, it was cool to see Patty. I wonder who the fuck Neil is and what she left for him on a porch. I'm curious if we're going to see that. And yeah, I like seeing Lori struggle. I would have preferred if her struggle had led her back to her family. Even if her and Kevin don't work out, which is kind of fine with me because I kind of like Kevin and Nora. But even if they don't work out, I think that her getting out of the Guilty Remnant can only help her daughter and her have a good relationship going forward. So I also wish that the end hadn't happened like it did, because I wish that they had just let Matt have a funeral, have a service, have this memorial for Gladys, because, and I get that it goes against their beliefs, right? Nobody's family. They're trying not to care about each other. But they are human, and they do care. And I think that not allowing themselves to acknowledge that doesn't actually help them. You can't run away from grief as much as you want to. And trust me, I get it. I get it. It's hard. It's fucking impossible, honestly, to face grief head on a lot of times. But you can only bury it so deep and it will come back. And so I think by not allowing themselves to acknowledge their grief, they're only hurting themselves. I also, I think there was one other thing I wanted to say. Oh yeah, I'm also sad that Meg is officially going to be a member of the Guilty Remnant. I was very hopeful until this episode, until Meg's conversation with Kevin, and honestly her reaction to Gladys, which was like, girl, you should care. I was very hopeful that she would be able to escape, but unfortunately, it does not look like that is the case. I'm honestly very curious as to where we're going to go with the Guilty Remnant and everything going forward. Because of the way that it's been set up, I'm very curious as to, just where that storyline is going. Anyway, I think that I have rambled and rambled and rambled at you. Wait, sorry, one last thing. It's been months now, I guess. It's been 2 months since the last episode. Or maybe the episode before that. But I'm just assuming that they don't know about Matt and the head bashing. Is that man dead? Maybe we'll find out later, so don't tell me if it's a spoiler. But I just am flabbergasted that this has not been acknowledged, and he has faced no repercussions from that. That's all I'm going to say. Anyway, I've been rambling at you guys for far too long. If you guys want to see my reaction to the next episode, episode 6, you can right now over on Patreon. If you're watching this when this goes live on YouTube, and while you're over there, you can also watch my entire full-length reaction to this episode and all the episodes I have seen so far of The Leftovers. That is over on Patreon as well, which is linked in the description down below. I need to stop talking, so I hope to see you guys next time for episode 6. Until then, bye guys!